Now the brass stencils, you're still going to use this same tool, but you'll see these little areas. Well, they're the smallest tip will fit in there. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult, especially these little tiny areas, but you just do the best that you can, and you do this on a mouse pad. Okay, now you're going to just poke the thing down in, and you're going to rub back and forth. Oops. And then you'll go in the holes, and you'll just kind of do something like that. Now, you're not going to be putting pressure, you're not going to be pushing real hard, because you'll poke a hole through. You'll poke through the paper. And as they get smaller, then you have to do whatever you can do to get the thing in. So what I'm doing is I'm rolling this back and forth between my fingers in there. Oops. Oh. And then when you get it dislodged, then you're hoping that you get it lined back up correctly. And you can kind of see through the holes here, kind of see where you've been, so you can line it back up. And then we're back where we started. Okay, now for doing the inside, all right, you'll just find a place where you can start, and you're going to have to turn this sideways to get in there as best as you can. It's going to ride up onto the stencil. It's not going to go all the way in. If you want that defined, then you have to find something that is, oh, what am I doing here? Okay. You have to get something that is not sharp, but has a smaller area. And you have to be careful. This is a screwdriver. And I'm not pushing, I'm just pushing down. I am not pushing hard enough to get through there. I'm just pushing down to get that little tail thing there to find. Okay, now some of these places are so small that you're going to need to have something to get in there with. A pen that doesn't write any longer. This one has ink in it. But if you have a pen that doesn't write any longer, that will work really good in these small things, in these small areas. Just don't push. Don't push real hard and force the point through. If you have a paintbrush that has a kind of a sharp tip, then you can use that. Some stencils are really small, like this one is. And these small areas mean that you have to have a smaller tool. Now let's see what we've created. Well, now, oops, see, some of these don't show up, but this shows up because I've got ink in there. Line the stencil back up with where you've been, and then let's, whoop, stay. Okay. Now we'll take it away. Okay, there, now you see all the little, okay, now we'll turn it over and see what we have. Well, see, we don't have very much. Okay, we're going to go on, we're going to put the stencil on the back side, and we're going to need some tape for this. Okay, now we've got enough of an impression on this side. Let's put this up here in the corner, and this is the back side. And then we're going to tape it down so it won't move on us and shift on us. This is pretty much how I learn stuff. Trial and error. Okay, now we're going to turn this over here. And fingers crossed I've got it lined up in the right place. Okay, so now I'm going to just use the pen. I'm just going to use the pen and I'm going to go in where I've been. I don't know if that feels right or... Okay, I know I've got that one in. And I can feel the edges of the stencil. Let's give it a shot, Rissa. Let's see what happens. You and I are both going to learn this. And we'll find out what happens. Oops. You know what I'm hoping? I'm hoping I didn't goof. I thought maybe I was going to have to turn the stencil over because of this thing here. I thought maybe with the way that I taped the stencil on, it's going to be over here on this side and then I'm screwed, but no, it's okay. I'm all right. Whoops. We're just going to keep going around. Whoops. Things like that are going to happen. Well, what we're doing is we have a starting point, but we're feeling around for the thing on the other side to find out where the margins are on the other side of this. Well, alright, now we'll go in here. And this feels like I found the edges. From where I thought it was, I'm off a little bit. Now let's see what it looks like. So now we're going to take the stencil off. Oh, looky there. See? Okay, see, that's pretty. Even if it is a little wonky, it's still pretty. That's dry embossing with a stencil. Okay, now you're not just stuck to embossing with stencils. This is what's really cool, and the diversity of these stencils. Alright, now these are called cat's eye ink pads. And they're little, they're not very big. And they come in all different colors. This one's silver. Now, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to dab. I'm going to go dab, 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 dab with this pointy area right here. So here we go. Dab, 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 dab. Now I don't know if much is going to go in. And I'm dabbing all over. I'm going to get those three little hearts there. And I'm going to get this big one. And then I'm going to get this little heart here. Okay, dab, 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 dab. Now I'm going to clean off my stencil, but I'm going to leave it taped on there. Now I'm going to rub towards the design. And the ink that's the ink that's on the stencil hopefully will work its way down into the grooves and the holes. Okay. Alright, now we'll find out. Okay. Well, oopsie, that messed. I should have just went ahead and taped those off. Those three little hearts there. I didn't have them secured down very well, so that made a mess. There you go. See, there's some raised edges there with no ink. And then there's edges there that have ink. Now, I'm not terribly brave, so I'm not going to take the ink pad and smear it across because I'm going to make another mess like that.